Welcome to the software journey with GKey. Power BI classes with real-time interview questions and answers. Class 32. The difference between calculate and calculate table DAX functions in Power BI.
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about the difference between calculate and calculate table DAX in Power BI. First, we will see what is calculate DAX function in Power BI. Calculate DAX function returns a single value that is called a scalar. What it does exactly? It modifies filter context, evaluates a measure or expression, returns one single value, that is number, text, true or false, something like this. Coming to the syntax, calculate, expression and filters is the syntax for calculate function. And next, the example is like, if you want to calculate sales for only USA country, then you can write a function like a measure like calculate sum of sales amount in the sales country which is USA. This returns a number representing total US sales. That means it is returning a scalar value, that is a particular value, that is like a number. Coming to the next concept, that is calculate table, it returns entire table. Coming to what it does, it also modifies a filter context but returns a table, not a single value, whereas calculate is to return a single value. Here calculate table returns a table instead of a single value. It is used in advanced DAX like filter, sumx, except, intersect, cross filter, etc. Coming to the syntax for calculate table which used to have table and filters. And the example is like, if you want to know who are the US customers, then you have to have a calculate table DAX function. Inside that, customers and customers country is equal to USA. That means the customers who are from USA country. This returns a table which US customers. Coming to this slide, here it is a Power BI view that where we are going to write a DAX functionality. This is a calculate sum of sales table value, something like this. This is like an expression. Once you take the calculate or DAX function, it will just give you expression filter, something like that. These things I'll show you practically in Power BI desktop level. And coming to the key differences between calculate and calculate table, it returns like calculate function returns a scalar value, whereas calculate table returns a table. Calculate is used for measures, numerics, whereas calculate table is used for table manipulations. Coming to the filter context, calculate and calculate table both modifies filter context. Common use cases are YTD, MTD, total and KPIs. We are going to use calculate function, whereas calculated table is used in filter logic, virtual tables and iterators. Coming to the example output, here calculate will give you an output with a numeric value that used to have 15,000 or something like that, a number, true or false, something like a single scalar value it is going to give as an output by using calculate. Whereas if you use calculate table DAX, it returns many rows or columns. Real example to understand, suppose we want to all sales rows where amount is greater than 1000, then calculate cannot return rows. Why? Because the multiple rows or columns are going to be written by using this kind of logic. Here we are going to use calculated table. That means calculated table function can be used instead of calculate here. Why? Because calculate will return only a scalar value, a single value. Let us see these things practically in Power BI desktop. I'm in Power BI desktop. I'll try to connect to our regular financial sample Excel here. It loads the data for financials. I'm taking this sheet financials. which is having data. Just trying to load the data from financial samples, but to financial Excel. See, these are the different columns which are available in financials sheet. Now we'll see the difference between calculate and calculate table DAX function. First we'll see the calculate function with a small example. I'll share this document in the description part. You can make use of this document. Now I want to calculate financials profit, that means sales and COGS, cost of goods sold. That means if you subtract total sales from cost of goods sold, then you'll get the profit. This is the logic in this thing. I'll explain you in the Power BI desktop level. Here I'm trying to create a new measure. For calculate, you can go for creating a new measure, calculate DAX. Here we are trying to financials profit, something like that you can have. Why? Because already profit we have another column here. I'm just changing it to financials profit. I'm taking financial sales. Here the calculate function is to go for sum x, and here financials, it is doing these things on financial sales. Here financial sales is one of the column which is available here, and COGS also another column. We are doing a calculation based on a couple of columns. Then we have to go for sum x, which is based on these two columns. That's why we are taking sum x here, and it is going to calculate the profit, which is dividing sales from cost of goods sold. Then you'll get a profit, and this is the measure which has been calculated. Let us see how it is working here. I'm just taking country, sales, COGS, and financial profit. That means this calculation have divided sales from cost of goods sold, and this is the profit that we used to get. This is how we have to use this calculate function while working with a different scenario like calculating profit. Next we'll see the next functionality, which is calculated table functionality. Here what I'm going to do is, here financial table filtering is going to happen based on United States. Let us see this function in Power BI. Here the calculate function, we can go and create a measure, but if you come to the calculate table, you have to get into model and you have to go and create a new table here. Here only you can write this calculate table function. Make use of calculate table DAX here. See, first we'll see what are different countries which are available. For that I'm just going to make a slicer. Let us see what are the different countries available. These are the different countries which are available here. I'm trying to make this calculation here. Here United States of America is the full form of this, and I'm just America. Okay. Here what I'm doing here is USA sales table. I'm just trying to create by using calculate table on financial sheet, and in the sheet I'm taking country, financial sheets country, where particularly I'm just go for filtering United States of America only. Here I am trying to take the sales which are from United States of America. For that I need to take a calculate table functionality here on financials sheet. In that sheet on country, I'm just filtering for United States. Here United States of America sales only will be taken in a separate table. Okay, see, this is the functionality that we have here. We have created it. Once you create a calculated table, it will create a separate table based on the financials. Why? Because we have created based on the financials a separate table we have created that used to filter only United States of America sales. If you want to see the United States of America's filter, I'm just taking a visual like table here. From USA sales table, I'm taking sales and I'm taking country. See, it is filtering only USA. Why? Because all this table is having USA table United States of America sales. For example, you want to see with another metric, these are the different dates United States of America sales for these different dates. Instead of having all the countries in this USA sales table, will be having only United States of America sales, and this is the total of this. In this kind of situations, if you want to create a separate table with certain level of like data like the two for only United States of America, then you can go and create a separate table by using calculated table functionality. I think you got some idea here about calculated table and what is calculated table and what is calculate. Calculate can be used on any like sheet that we are having. We can create as a measure, but whereas a calculate table, that we have to create a separate table based on certain functionality. See, I'll explain with other example. Here I'm going to create another table, highest sales transaction table based on financial table. Let us see this one as well. See, in modeling, new table, I'm trying to have this one. Here sales, financial sales. Here also I'm using calculate table functionality to get high sales table. That means the sales which are greater than 1 lakh only we are considering here. By using this calculate table functionality and financial sales who are having greater than 1 lakh sales only we are considering in this table. See, the separate table has been created. The sales have to be greater than 1 lakh. Let us see how it is going to be. Now I'm trying to take another table, highest sales. Here country wise sales, if I take, see, here the sales are all above 1 lakh, that is 2,26,000, something like that. Above 10 lakhs, above 1 lakh sales only, it has got filtered in this table, that is high sales table. If you want to take date also, you can go for that. Here you will be having the sales which are greater than 1 lakh only. This is 8,59,000, something like that sales only filtered here. I think got some idea about this functionality, high sales table. In financials, the sales is with different sales. It might be below 1 lakh also, but in high sales table, we are calculating only sales which are greater than 1 lakh. And coming to the other example, financial sales selected year. Here I'm getting sales only for 2014. I'm just trying to create a separate table. For that I'm going to modeling and create new table, and I'm using this functionality. Here I'm calculating a table with 2024 sales only. For that I'm using calculate table DAX functionality on financial sales, and that financials date and year and that too I'm from date column I'm taking year, that too year is 2024 only. I'm just calculating. See, now here it got created. Let's take a slicer like here. I'm taking a slicer. First I'll take the dates or year from financials. See, here we are having 2013 and 2014. If you are looking for sales of 2014, just take another slicer, just check what are the years it got here. I'm taking the year here with this slicer. It is having only 2014 sales. And why? Because we filtered in such a way. In this sales 2014 a table. If you want to have a clear idea, you can take another table. You can take sales for different countries, and if you take the year, it will show you the 2014. Otherwise, you can take this date column. It will show you only 2014 country-wise sales. That means this table have filtered only 2014 data from the financials sheet. The financial sheet is having 2 years of data. One is 2013 and 2014, whereas sales of 2014 table will be having only 2014 sales data with all the columns from the financials. I think got some idea about the difference between calculate and calculate table. Calculate, we can write a simple measure on any sheet, whereas calculate table, we have to go to modeling and we have to create a new table. There we can use the calculate table functionality based on existing data sets.
Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT profession with us.